The wind carried the scent of earth and rain as the old German shepherd froze in his tracks, hackles raised, nose twitching. It wasn't fear. It was memory. Muscle memory. A life lived in service. A scent only a trained nose could register. His name was Rex, retired, graying, and arthritic, but in this moment, he wasn't just an old dog sniffing dirt in a quiet backyard. He was a K9 again. The tin box was buried deep, maybe 6 inches under, but Rex wouldn't leave it alone. He scratched. He barked once, a sharp sound that echoed strangely in the morning stillness. His owner, 32-year-old Sarah Jensen, looked up from her gardening bench, frowning. "Rex," she said cautiously. He barked again and pawed the ground frantically. She walked over, brushed away the dirt, and froze. Something metallic caught the sunlight. A rusted corner. A buried tin box, sealed but aged, and once she pulled it free and opened it, her life, and the lives of so many others, would never be the same. Rex hadn't always been a backyard dog with a soft bed and too many treats. He had served 10 years with the Seattle Police Department's K9 unit. Loyal, fearless, and precise. His handler, Officer Mark Travis, had been more than a partner, he had been Rex's world. Mark had died in the line of duty 2 years before Rex was retired. A drug raid gone wrong. The grief nearly broke Rex. He had stopped eating, stopped responding to commands. He would curl up on Mark's old jacket in the corner of the kennel and whimper in his sleep. But Sarah, Mark's niece, stepped in. A nurse with no police training, but a heart that could carry the weight of loss. She adopted Rex, gave him a new home, and slowly, gently, helped him learn how to live again. Still, there were days he would patrol the perimeter of the yard like he was back on duty. Sniffing, pausing, alert. Like he was waiting to be called back. The box was small, maybe 8 inches wide. Wrapped in faded oilcloth and sealed with what looked like ancient duct tape. Inside was a mix of water-damaged photographs, brittle notebook pages, a torn child's glove, and a bracelet with the name Kelsey etched into the silver. There was also a page from a diary, partially legible, that read, "I told him I'd go to the treehouse. He said it was our secret. If I disappear, it's because he made me. Tell my mom I love her." Sarah's hands trembled. She called the police. The cold case unit arrived 2 hours later. They combed through the contents carefully, reverently. One officer, Detective Marla Griggs, looked like she'd seen a ghost. "This might be about Kelsey Morgan," she said slowly. "She disappeared in 1987. Right here in this neighborhood. Never found. Suspect was never charged. This might change everything." Kelsey Morgan had been 11. Blonde hair, braces, always seen with a book in hand. She vanished after school on a Tuesday. Witnesses said they saw her walking home with her neighbor's teenage son, Nathan Bell, a quiet, reclusive boy with a history of outbursts. But no evidence ever surfaced. No body. No confession. And no one believed a boy like Nathan could be a killer. The case went cold. Nathan moved away. The Morgan family eventually relocated, their grief too heavy for the home that had once echoed with laughter. But now, with the contents of that tin box, a decades-old puzzle had new pieces. When the officers returned to excavate the area, Rex watched from the porch, eyes sharp, ears forward. Something in him understood. He stood slowly, limped toward the edge of the dig site, and began sniffing again. A gentle bark. Then another. Detective Griggs looked up. "He smells something." It was against protocol, but she allowed it. Rex patted into the soft dirt, circled once, and stopped. He whined and pawed gently. They dug. 2 feet down, they found a fragment of cotton cloth, stained and aged. And beneath it, human remains. DNA confirmed it weeks later. It was Kelsey Morgan. The discovery shook the community. News vans came and went. Memorials were left at the base of the old oak tree. The cold case team reopened files, re-interviewed witnesses. And slowly, a new picture began to emerge. Nathan Bell, now 54, had lived quietly in Oregon under a different name. When confronted with the evidence, the box, the diary page, the bracelet, and finally the remains, he cracked. A full confession followed. He had been 16. Angry, volatile, and obsessed with Kelsey. She had trusted him. He had tricked her into following him. When she resisted, he panicked. Buried her behind what used to be a garden shed. His parents moved soon after. The land changed hands many times. No one ever suspected. Until Rex. Rex became a local legend. News articles called him the dog who solved a cold case. The police department awarded him a Medal of Honor. A special ceremony held at the park, where children lined up to pet him and thank him. Sarah was overwhelmed. He saved her, she told reporters. Even after all this time, he was still working. Still helping people. Still being a hero. But the years had taken their toll. Rex's hips hurt more each day. His walks grew shorter. His eyes clouded. One quiet morning, not long after his 13th birthday, Rex passed away peacefully in his sleep, curled up on the same jacket that had once belonged to Officer Mark Travis. He left this world not just as a good boy, but as a symbol of unwavering loyalty, purpose, and the power of second chances. Kelsey's family, now scattered across the country, returned for her final memorial. They placed a plaque beneath the tree where she had last been seen. In memory of Kelsey Morgan and to Rex, the hero who brought her home. Sarah started a foundation in Rex's honor, Rex's Reach. Dedicated to supporting retired working dogs and using K9s in cold case investigations. And Rex's story? It traveled far. Around the country. Around the world. Telling people that even in retirement, even in grief, even in old age, there is purpose. There is light. There is always a chance to be a hero. If Rex's story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe to Pawsitive Tales. Every week, we bring you real stories of incredible animals who change lives, reunite families, and remind us of the extraordinary bond between humans and their four-legged heroes. Drop a comment below if you believe no case is ever truly cold, not when love and loyalty dig deep enough. And remember, sometimes, the biggest discoveries are made by the oldest paws. Stay kind. Stay hopeful. Stay positive.